I don't know exactly how the phrase you can't fight City Hall got into the American lexicon, but it seems to me that it did emanate through popular culture and not literature. I mean, I can't recall ever having heard that phrase ascribed to someone. So I guess it came to us through, the Flintstones and maybe the Honeymooners. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. Or at least we would hope. Every time we drop names, we're just giving other sources for the opposing forces in this thing to contact and stir up, let's call it what it is, a conspiracy against me. Which is, of course the cops don't always see it that way, do they? As disgusting as their conduct often is, there are some personnel within these government agencies that think, well, it might be a bad idea for us to just get up on our hind legs and do whatever. In case, let's just emphasize the accused felon. To get up on our hind legs and do whatever the accused felon wants us to do. That might be a bad idea. That might send people the wrong message. They're going to be ready for us with some bullshit strategy. And the bullshit strategy would be a combination of violence and the police approving of the violence, and then, violence for its own sake, which they know really doesn't work with me, but if you watch the news, what was it yesterday? I guess it was the president, covering his bases on saying that he really did believe there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. He wasn't lying about that. Now, of course, many of our critics, if we could even call them that, many of our adversaries out there are listening to this part of the program and they're saying, oh, great, he's talking about the John Kennedy assassination. This is great. He's showing himself to be the conspiracy theorist that he really is, But what I'm talking about is a guy wrote a really astonishing book on the subject of the JFK murder, and that guy is Barr McClellan, father of Scott McClellan, who is the principal press secretary for that's right, George W. Bush. On some cosmic scale, maybe there are no such thing as coincidences. However, if you're discussing criminal justice matters and politics, you should never use that slogan that there are no such things as coincidences, because there sort of are. I mean, I can't piece together any series of motivations that would say that it's good for George W. Bush, the Texan, the guy who wants to be synonymous with Texas, to be secretly pulling strings to put out this book wherein obviously one Democrat kills another Democrat, but that's really beside the point. For the most part, people are going to associate the corruption in Texas with Texas-style corruption, not Democratic Party-style corruption, because it's a fairly unusual, if not unique, sort of maneuver in the Democratic Party to kill your boss and take his job. There's probably someone who's done that before, but nothing comes to mind. And on the other hand, in Texas, just to buy and read Mr. McClellan's book, there's just a whole lot of murder for hire going on down there in the Lone Star State. I mean, it's just a historical reality. And one thing I'm always on guard about here in LA is, here I am sitting on the second step of City Hall, and I could get whacked right here. And the LA Times, which is right kitty corner across the street, who knows, they might run that as a page 19 item.